Welcome back to Dadskillz. Today you find me upstairs in the upstairs ensuite bathroom, and I'll turn the video around and I'll show you what we're doing.
Dadskillz, 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 Dadskillz.
So today I've got to do a job that I've been putting off slightly because I'm not sure what I'm going to find, but a job that I need to do. Stop it getting any worse. So you see I've got a leak down there. Don't know if you can see that. And that's only going to get worse. And at the minute I've got no sign of that downstairs in the lower bedroom. So I think I'm going to have to take the toilet off to see what's going on. But just before we do that, I'll take you through the situation. I've just got in from work. I'm early home from work. So it's a job I need to get on with and have a look at. So if you didn't see the dishwasher video from the other day, we moved into this house about 4 weeks ago, and structurally absolutely fine, but there's just some bits that have been done that are a bit shoddy, could have been done better. So I'll just take you on a little tour of upstairs to show you what we've done so far. So this is the upstairs ensuite. So far what have we done? Well, everything looked okay when we got here. But behind here, there was a towel radiator that was hanging off the wall and it was corroded. And so we moved that and we managed to more or less get rid of the holes where the pipes came through. And we moved it to here, and this is now electric. So we don't have to have the heating on this summer to dry some towels out. So I put that in. It just goes to a Wi-Fi spur there that you can operate through the 2-year app. Smart Life, 2-year Smart Life app. So in here, all this looked absolutely great, but all this was hanging off the wall. It had just been smashed up. I've had to reattach it all to the wall, go round it, silicone it, put new trim on, and so now all this bit is done. No problem. New shaver socket. This panel here is the only one I've got left to do, really. And if you follow it down, it's just a bit crap. Look at it. The trim and then down the bottom there. Had a really old worktop style thing on there, so I've put this new sill on. Just white, just to make it all nice and clean. New sill on there. That thing. And then I changed the fan. The light was already put in. I had to have a look in that and just swap it about. Just make sure it was terminated properly using some Wagos and things. Let's take a look at this toilet and see if we can remove it. I haven't tried easing this panel off yet. I don't think it's going to come, but I know this panel's going to move because I've cut down the back there with their crap silicone that they did. So I'm going to try and ease the toilet out. I think that's the easiest thing. Let's just have a look in here to see if we've got any hints of any water leakage. Right, okay, I've just taken that out and you can see down there there's water or something getting across. But I've looked behind here, this little panel lifts up and I can see down there, that's where the waste goes. And there isn't any sign of water leaking down there. So, toilet it is. Right, okay, I managed to pull it off. In one way, that's very cool. In another way, I had to snap that off to get it out because all this trim had been put in the way. Now, all the water's a bit high, and then there's this grotty mark here. So, next job is try and turn the water supply off to it so I can flush it and drain the tank a bit. Right, okay, so the more I fiddle about with this thing, the closer we're getting. Is there wonderful silicone in, which I'm afraid when I put it back, I'm going to have to do something similar. I don't know if you can see in there. I managed to lift this panel up, and in here we can see, so that's all leaking water. So that's above where the waste exits. See that? The drip hanging off the end of there? So I'm happy it's not coming from that or the sink supply. There is the turning off for the loo. So I'm going to empty that now. Let's turn that off. Hopefully. What the hell do we do here? Oh, Jesus Christ. I've just pulled something off that I needed, I'm sure I have. Right, bear with, I'll be back in a minute.
Bear with?
I've managed to... The end broke off, so I managed to lift this in here. That's released all the water. All the water is now out of it. This is proper crusty and manky. It's all gone down there, look. This thing is crispy because we're in such a hard water area. This thing is knackered. Right, okay, I've got that panel out, which is cool. Right, I don't know whether that's just me putting my hand in, but you can see obviously it's been dripping down there. Drips onto there. Makes all that wet down there, which is what I saw. So I think we get a new one of them, peeps. What do you reckon? There she is. We'll give it a mop up. It's going to take a couple of days to get this new unit, so hopefully it'll have time to dry out. Here's the old one. What a state. The whole thing is just dropping to bits. It's very crispy, very knackered. Let's get rid of it. Right, I've had to delve a little deeper because I don't want to put this thing back together and it then be an issue. So I've actually taken the toilet out so I can see stuff and dry stuff out properly. And I saw this down there, and that was holding up that pipe there, and it, whether you can see that, it moves around a lot. I just wonder what's in there to seal it. I don't think there is a massive amount, so that's not great, is it? So let's undo that, and we might have to fix that as well, I think. I'm not going to dwell too much on these things, but suffice to say, I think I'm going to replace the lot. They've been in there a good while, and it's all a bit grotty. I think the seal would have been okay down there. So yeah, we're going to renew the whole lot, I think. How nice.
2 days later.
So it's actually been a couple of days now, and I've been to Screwfix and I've spent 65 quid, and I've got myself some new bits and pieces. That's a bit shorter than that, but hopefully it'll be okay. As you can see, it's drying out. It's not fully dry yet, but I need a toilet because I don't want to keep walking downstairs in the middle of the night. So my first job is to put the toilet back in, I think, and then I can get this in and measure up where it needs to go and stuff. So we'll put the toilet back in. That was relatively frustrating, but that's in. I've put that little bit back down there because there's nowhere to put a proper clip to. Not that I can get to with a screwdriver anyway. So that's that. That's in there. That's ready for the bog. This waste up here's reconnected. That was an absolute shit show, just like most of it. So I'm now going to turn those back on, and I'm going to check to see that it runs away properly without any leaks, because I won't be able to get to it after I've done it. So I'll do that now. So water's back on. Should be going through there without any leaks, which it is. No leaks there, and it was a bit belt and braces, that one. There's all sorts of seals in there. And there it is, flowing away down there. Cool. Next, we're going to put that on, see if we can get this toilet put there. It's all screwed in, plumbed in. Now we can open this thing. Just a quick tip as I smarten this one up. You'll see it's bigger that way on this angle than it is that way. So the big one goes into the cistern and the smaller one will go into the actual back of the loo. So you've just got to be careful which end you're cutting, because I've cut this one before thinking it was that, and then you have to go and get a new one or it puts you back on your job again. So okay, you'll end up with something that looks a bit like that. Small end will go into the back of the toilet with this gromity thing on, and then this will go onto the bottom of the cistern. And what you need in there is this little sealy thing. And what you can't see is it's got sort of a flat side and a pointy side, so you put your flat side down in there. So it's pushed against, and then the pointy side pushes up against that, pushes it all in, blah blah blah. We're on and it's filling up. Any leaks there? No leaks there. Just finishing filling up. I can feel it just there. Good couple of inches below the top. Right, that filled up quite nice. No leaks there. No leaks under there. Can't see anything coming off under there. Don't particularly want to look inside the toilet, but you know, it is what it is. It is a bog after all, isn't it? Leave it like this for a couple of days now. Use it as we would. Make sure there's no leaks, and then I can put it all back together properly. So as you can see from these pictures, I did actually get a leak in the end. And it was from the valve supplying the cistern itself. So I got a new one of those, put that on, and we're leak free. It's all back, all siliconed in. So we're all good. If you have made it this far through the video, you deserve an absolute medal. Let me know in the comments by writing something suitably toilet related, maybe something to do with seepage or the colour brown. So that's it for Dadskillz. I'll see you on the next one.
Dadskillz, 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 Dadskillz.
Something to do with bottoms and seepage, that'd be wonderful.